Okay, next up. As a player, I want to see my friend's hands. So what we mean by that is you start there. You're over. Oh. Okay, there we go. I want to see each other like in one of these other positions. I don't like at this point, I probably don't really care too much, but we need to see these other players. And to sort of like see the hands that they have, like the cards that they have. So what is that gonna look like? Let's start by putting them up at the top. So when somebody joins the room, you who created the game need to, okay, so we know that the other joined the room. So we can have like the other with their name and put them in here like that. Okay, so we can put that over here somewhere. And like put their title, like their actual like name in. But that means we need to store the others, like the other players. Make that a array like that. Hi, Zilby. Come on. No? Okay. He wants to go into the closet that we don't want him to go into. So he is not getting in there. All right, so if we have other players, when somebody joins a game, so we need to tell everybody else. So in main state, room, chat. Okay, so handle join room. We create a new player. We add them to the room, and then join here. We send 2 messages. One message to the player, say like, hey, you joined this room. Good job. For everyone else, we need to send a message saying, hey, player joined. So let's go to actions. So we have the draw deck updated. This is like player joined room in session, maybe. So match you or that. Now, I could also just replace this with a catch-all, and that works just as well. So if you're not one of these things, then I don't worry about you. So then we handle join room. So I'm actually thinking of like taking this message out of here. Or does it belong in here too? I'm of two minds, Chris. Okay, so this is like the message to player. So if I change this, so your message to player, and this is like message to everyone else. Okay, so the message to everyone else is this player joined. Okay, so here we go. Message to everyone else, and then we want your action is not join room anymore. Your action is now going to be player joined room in session. So now I want to take this to our index. Okay, so handle player joined room session. That looks about right. Let's do like message data is coming in here actually. Okay, so let's start with, we're gonna take in the player name. It's like other players. We'll have like an add player. Add player. State player. So in you, const other players equal states that other players a push player. Oh, that, okay. That looks pretty good. So then add player happens here. So we are going to commit add player message data. So we could just do that, and then we'll see what that is pretty easily. So, works, create the game. So here we are with that. Other, 5120. Join game. Okay, to no errors. We got this in view. So other players, we have an array of one thing. Specifically, I would care about their player name. I don't know if I care about their player ID. I might, because like when they pull something, I'm probably gonna want to take their ID. That way, if they give me like the same name, it's not the worst thing in the world. So I need their player ID and their player name. And that's it when they first join. Now for you, when you joined, I need the other players here too, like the ones that already exist. Let's do this one first. So we need the player ID already here too. So it's here. Player ID. I think that works for that. Okay. Okay, other players, I see their player ID and I see their player name. Now, I don't care about the card draw sex. Oh, we care about cards. We care about their hand. That's gonna start empty. So what do I want to do with this? In index here. So not that. Okay. So I want to grab the player. So it's equal to and actually all we care about is like the player ID. Okay, so we're gonna have, do I need about, okay, so we have like hand. So your hand is gonna be an empty array. That's fine. Player ID. So we'll just have ID is gonna be message data dot player ID, okay? That's correct. And then name is that, okay? And that should be it. Then we're gonna pass this in here. $58.24. Okay, so we see hand is an array of 0. We have their ID, which is different than, wait, no. No, that's my, wait. Is that, okay, no, it's different than my ID. Okay, it's different than my ID, and we have their name. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Now I have that, I can display that up here. So this is gonna be in the room. Philby, what's up? Hi, come on over. Philby. He's not. Okay, he's hanging out down there. Or not. Okay, so see if I, okay, he might be in a better position. I think I can get a, you go there, here, at cam. That's a, better image. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, well, never mind. And so in the room we have the deck here. So we have the main section. So we have our deck, we have our hand, and basically we're gonna want like the others, right? I know, it's like every time I get like the camera set up, he doesn't have any one space down here that he wants to hang out at. Sometimes he'll sleep on the bed, but very rarely. He where is he now? Hi. He's just on the other side of the green screen on the floor. That's what's most comfortable for him right now. Okay, so how do I want to like to show this? We're gonna want to, let's just say I do a So we have the deck, we have our hand. Let's just say that we do a div. So call this other. Okay, so other, you show up over there. That's not bad. Now, if I do multiple of these, okay, not terrible. Although it's doing something weird with this. It's pushing that over to the right. So what if I do like a section? You go inside. You go left and right from each other. So section is going to be class other hands or other players. So then in other players, sure, let's display flex and see. I think I have to do this with all of them. For the draw deck, the deck s equals deck. I know this is evil. But, oh yeah, see that? I wanna... Actually, if I do other players... Yeah, that works. So now this is out of the loop, so this one's not aware of it, so it can just be in the center here. So then, if we want for these other players, we display up. There is the justify content space between, I think. Is it justify content or items? None of the above. Other players here. Oh, space between. Invalid. That's cool. Yeah, none of you like that. So for you, oh, you're only that. Do we need to give you a width? Huh. Look at this. I give width of 100%. You're like way off to there. It's like this works without the position absolute. As soon as I add that in, now it's like, oh, it's width to the entire window. Ah. I just need to learn how to like make this ignore that and go to the center again, which might, I wonder if that's like just more divs around this stuff. Because like if I have another div, I just do that. Okay, okay, so you're now centered. But if I remove this position absolute from you. Yeah, okay, so that's our problem. So we need like a row. We need a row. Oh. It's like here's this section like this, right? Like these are rows. So like essentially you're a row. You're a row. And we need one more. Okay, so we have a row. Then in each of these, we're going to have a row. Display flex. Flex direction row. The answer is no. That did not do what I wanted. Wait, I don't see the row. Where did I put it in the wrong place? This is in the room. So I have a row in section class. Why didn't I see that? So like this is the draw deck. Okay, so section. Okay, so row here. Oh, it's on the section above it. That's what I need to do. It's not on the row itself. I don't need to do that there. It's on this one. So main. So main is, so then flex direction, column. Okay, so that's in the center like that. Where's this entire thing? So so it knows the entire width. Each of these things are full width. So do you need to be display flex all the way down? It's like other players. So does row need to be display flex? Okay, so we have flex direction column. So if we take that off, you're all together like that, which makes sense. Okay. And also if we add the next one on, you're down there. And okay, so you're in there. Flex direction column. Also, I think what we want to do is I want to take you off. Okay, so we can get the maximum amount of like how we want it to actually be. Okay, so here's this class main. other players is like the full width. Um, so for you, when you display flex with, oh wait, why don't you like this? I don't like any of those things. How about justify content? There we go. Okay. So space. Probably space evenly. So justify content, space evenly. Content, space evenly. Okay, so here's that now. So if I reset, there we go with that. Okay. Now you show up down there. Now I want you to be at the top. Is there a way to do like the space evenly top to down or like the full around? I don't know if I remember that one. Yeah, I remember how to do like the up and down space, like growing. Because like I want this to be at the top. So there's no reason even. Why is that there? There's no margins. You don't have a margin. You're just like in the center. Oh, that's why. Because justify content center. Okay. So justify content center can't be on main. We want that to be on this one. No, this one. Maybe you. Oh, this is on too much. So hold on. Main, we don't want you to be justify content center, but flex direction column is good. So then we can have like you. Okay, so we just start with this. Here we go with that. Now I want you to be centered. That's going to be this deck. So we want class center. Let's do display flex, justify content center. Okay, there we go. Then I want you to be centered down here. So this is the section. Nope. Oh, look, we need another section. Center. Put you into there. Now the hand is centered. Okay. Now, is there like a justify horizontal space between, or space, or yeah, space between would be perfect. But I don't think that there is. Where would that be? That would be along this entire, like, all of these. So if we take you, move up. So for main, if there was a oh, justify content space between. Look at that. Okay, so this is gonna be on main. Justify content space between. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so then when somebody else joins, they're gonna drop into here. So now what we can do is update in here where we have this div. We can instead do we want all of the computed like the other players. Return. I think that works. So then in here, other players, we're gonna do I think it's just gonna be div, right? So we want just a div with a v4. They have an ID, so we can use the key of the ID. So this is going to be player in other players. Call this like other player. Player.id. And in this case, let's just throw in the other player.name. So create a game. Okay, I get to see the other player show up there. So now I'll be able to see their hand underneath them is the idea for it. Okay, great. When this other player takes the hand and takes a card, I want to see that up here. I want to see that up here. Let's see, how do I want to deal with that? I want to deal with that by receiving a message when they take a card. And I think, did I get a message? Draw deck updated. But I don't, so I know the draw deck got updated, but I should get a player ID on who updated it. So here, and the main state. Okay, so we draw a card. Now this is to everyone else. We're getting the new draw deck size. We can find... Oh, we can get the player ID right there. So, set player ID. Okay. Wait, what's wrong? Message.data.get player ID. So you require a string. Oh, found stir. Okay. To on. Okay. Okay. So now I can see the player ID that drew this card. So I don't, when they draw a card, I can't see what that card is. So I need to now know what I need to display a back of the card because I don't have the data. Okay, so do I just need to know the number? I probably want to like have card, like an array of cards for their hand. So, and I think we already have in view here their hand. So I need to push something into that hand, which would be the card. Now I already have this, right? Like I already have the idea of like a suit and a value. So I can have like suit and value be null if I don't have those. So when they draw a card, they could send me that. They could send me that. So in message. So in a message data, we have this idea of a card, option card. And for card, we have this suit value, ooh. I don't have the way of like hiding that very easily. And I don't want to do like options on these at this point in time because it should always exist. I'm it kind of makes me wonder if for this message, I want like card. Like, oh, okay. So if I get a none on the card, but there was a card drawn for the user, I know that I can't see it. It's face down. So what that means to me is we are going to go to index. We have the ID of the player. We want to, for these other players, find that other player and add a card to that. So we're gonna have the add card to other player, state, and the card. Okay, so now how are you gonna figure this out? That's not how it's gonna work. Close, but we have to find the other player first. So const player equals state dot. Okay. So you need to be card and player ID. So state dot other players dot find it. No, we use real words here. Okay, so player. In fact, this is other player. Other player dot, okay. ID is equal to this player ID. So that gives us this. So if other player dot hand dot push the card. Okay, let's do it. Now this is like handle we drew a card. Handle draw deck updated because like somebody drew a card, right? So this event, let's change this. This is the message data. So this message data can potentially, let's double check a look at what we've got here. So they draw a card. We're gonna get this draw deck updated. We're gonna get their player ID, but no card. And so we know there's gonna be a suit, and we know, okay, so if no card. Okay, so if message, no, not exactly that. So if message data, so if lack of message data, card. Okay, so if there is no card, then I want to create a card. So I almost want to do something like this. Const card equals message data. So if there is no card, then I want to set the card. Card is going to be equal to, we're going to have, how do I tell the card? Wait, wrong card. display our front, back, and nothing. So if I have no value and no suit, we're gonna display the nothing. So that's it. That's gonna be simple. So suit is gonna be null and value is null. Okay. Then we're going to commit, and it's add card to other player. We're gonna add the card and this player ID. Okay. So let's see if this works. Now it's not gonna actually do the thing because we haven't written that code yet. Let's see if it gets into the data. All right, so in my view, we can see other players and they have nothing in their hand. So they take something, they have a jack of diamonds, and I now see in their hand, they have suit null, value null. Okay, so now back to here, we want to go to the room. We need a hand. We want to display the hand here. And like with the cards? I don't know if that's going to be want to do. I think I just want to like pull in the cards here. Okay, so let's just say if wait, what? No, don't want to do that. If I create a card and we have display, and display, you're gonna be, what was that again? Nothing. That. Oh, not nothing. Nothing is very wrong. I think it's back. Okay, I see the back of their card here. So then in that case, I kind of want to just use my hand for this, but I don't know if that's going to work out very well. Because like there's changes that I want to make to them that are not exactly the same. So I'm going to keep them separate for right now. But I want to actually make that like real. So that if they pull another one off, I can see them like growing there. And so far, like this is all correct. This is exactly what I want. So this card display back. Now we're displaying the back on it, and that's only because, okay, so we need to do, let's start with card. We have a V4. card in the other player dot hand, and that's going to give us a card. We need a key. So let's go ahead. We don't have an ID, so we're going to get an index here. Hi. Do you not? Okay. Just hang out by my feet. Cool, cool. Okay, so we're going to do that. Then we want to display the card based upon whether or not it's going to be the back. So we need a method to determine whether or not we're going to display the back or the face. Because for this card, okay, we're going to do the front, back, or nothing. We need the value in the suit. Hi. Oh, you want me to feed you? It's getting close to your lunch. It's getting close. Okay. So we have front, back, or nothing, and then where's this? Props, value, and suit. So display, value, and suit. So if in room, we can pass in like the value, right? So display is, I'm gonna figure that out in a second. Oh, okay, hold on. We'll just say back for right now. Okay. So then you are, suit is card.suit. Value is card.value. Okay. This is only going to do the back, so we need a method to determine whether or not it should be the back. So display card back. We're going to take in a card. Card front or back. So that, well, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so if card dot value and card dot suit, then return front if those exist. Otherwise, return back. And now here you are going to display. This is going to be display card front or back. And that will automatically pass in card, I believe. So let's try this again. Okay, so here they are. I pick something, you pick something and oh, so see it. Console. Type check failed for prop display. Expected string got function. Okay. I thought that was going that fine. We need to call this function and pass in the card. Look at that. Okay, well, it's working, but it's not in the right order. Also, you're showing 3. Okay. Byte size. Yeah, I don't think I need to make it a computed because it's going to be different for each one, right? When we have multiple players, it's going to be different. But okay, so we're good to go here. I do need to make these horizontal instead of vertical. So what's that going to be? For each of these cards, okay, we're in a div here. So we need to give this the class of other players. It's just display flex. Okay, that let's see. Technically works. You're next to each other now. So other players. So we have display flex. Oh, okay. So I think actually what we need to do is create another div for like a row almost. Throw a card in here. I have the class defined. Oh. Seven nine nine five. So we have that. So don't have this right. Oh, display flex. If I just remove. Nope. I want that. What do I want to like? The CSS stuff is the stuff that gives me the most trouble. I want a title and then the cards to be along here. So I want, here's just the title. I think I'm gonna need to put this into like a div or like a p tag or something like that. That's not gonna really help here necessarily, but here if we do display flex, it's like that works by removing the display flex. So if I do flex direction column, is it justify? So, oh, I see what you mean. Because I have other players multiple places. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. That's almost other player. Do something like that. Hold on. $62.99. Okay. So here's this other player. Display flex. Column. Okay, so now flex direction column in here. Okay, so let's do this again. Game. I can draw some cards. You come in. You'll be other misspelled 7947. There you go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. That's the exact same length. So perfect. That's great. We can make this smaller later if we want to. We can just sort of change the card's size, which could help out a little bit if necessary. Okay, so if I don't have like a reset right now. So let's try this again. Game. Gonna join. Code 1298. Okay, great. One more time. Third, I'm gonna join with 1298. Huh, they did not see the join message. Interesting. Are they all in? Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't see the other when I joined either. Okay, so we're all in here. So now if you draw, that shows up properly. Okay, that's good. Now we could potentially scale just a little tiny bit for the card. So how do I set the width in this? I think it's something like this. Let's say I wanted to do like a small. So like small be a Boolean computed compute classes, so return then I want a space, and then we're gonna do the same thing, so like probably a ternary in here. A little bit evil, but it would be basically like this dot small would be then small Otherwise, just nothing. And if we have small, I think I want something like you. But I want to set you to be like half. Oh. What are we doing? Don't do that. Don't go there. Come back. Okay, so then small. I want to come back to the room. Then you're all going to be card small. Hey, look, a little teeny card. So it's going to be a little easier for others to join in and have it look appropriate. There. Now it'll be a little bit easier to see. I can make that even smaller more. Okay. So I think that solves this to do, right? As a player, I want to see my friend's hands. Now, this isn't that I can see what cards they have. That's going to be the next one. I want to be able to toggle the visibility of my cards. That's going to be like a little bit. That's probably going to be pretty difficult. I don't know how. Maybe it's not going to be difficult. I just haven't thought through it, how it's going to be yet. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, we'll be able to toggle the default, toggle the visibility. They always come in invisible. And then that will choose whether or not we're going to display the front or the back. Which will be good. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. First of all, so we are not pulling this in. These are all just, we need to fix this thing. Light gray. Yeah, sure, that's a real word. Fast ran. Oh, that's a cargo lock. I don't care about that. Okay, just these stupid carriage returns that I need to figure out how to get like prettier to ignore it, because like we tried setting some of those things and I just couldn't figure that out. So I just been ignoring it for right now, but they are annoying having little squigglies everywhere in there. So I need to get on it. Okay, so this is all good. We can close all of you. And okay, so in the back end, we are sending card info to players when drawing happens. And we can see when our friends draw cards. All right. I think because it is 11:42, I think I'm gonna have to end it for here because I'm getting a little bit hungry. I need to go I need to go walk around a little bit. I've been sitting all morning, and I don't really feel I have time to like do another feature before noon. So with that, I think we're gonna find somebody to raid. Who's online? Let's see. Looking at my list, Lloyd is online. Lloyd is doing Advent of Code in Rust. Oh yeah. Okay, we watched. I don't remember if we rated them before or if it was somebody else, but let's go get them some views. So they let me just set this up. Lloyd, start the raid. Okay, so they're learning Rust. They're learning it together. I think they do this stream like once per week, and then they just go through Advent of Code and work on it together. And they all have different like skill sets. They have skill bases. They're experienced programmers but new to Rust. So this is how they're learning that, and they love chat interaction too. So I think that's always great. So with that, I will be back tomorrow morning to continue working on this, but it's not going to be a long stream like this. I'm back to work again tomorrow. It's not a holiday. So it's 7 a.m. Mountain Time until around 8:30 or so a.m. Before I head off to work. So anyways, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Still, I am barely understanding it.